Hey YouTube land, Josh here from the Wrench Fetish, aka J-Side, for another installment of the J-Side Fridays. If you have not noticed, these formats and layouts have been a little hit and miss here as we're trying to figure out our way to navigate the YouTube's land and to make video content that's tolerable and almost wants you to subscribe up there and follow us. Obviously we haven't done it yet, but someday we will pique your interest and you shall hit that subscribe button over here. Until that point, we're going to move this around a little bit and work with layouts and how we want these to look. But for now, today, on whatever episode we're on of J-Side Fridays, we are going to do a little bit of what's in the box. What's in the box? It's that time. UPS just showed up, brought me some new toys. I don't even really remember what I ordered, but I can tell you, it came from Summit. Took about 3 days to get it, and it's for the Maverick. Why don't you just come along for the ride? Let's see what we got. Ooh. We see that? It's more stickers. Oh, do you know what that is? Sailboat fuel. Oh my gosh. We got a box with nothing on it. We got, ooh, more sailboat fuel. We got another free hat for a guy that doesn't wear hats. We got a Melling oil pump drive. We got some Moog suspension parts. Strut rod bushings for the front of the Maverick so it can track straight and true. Melling oil pump. We're getting quick through here. Oh, we got a timing chain. We got a big box. Let's open it up. I have no idea what that is, but I'm excited. The heck is that thing? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is. I don't think that's mine. I didn't order shocks. I hope I didn't order shocks. Apparently I did order shocks. Oh no! I ordered a lot of things that I didn't need. I guess we're returning stuff. Apparently I had stuff on my catalog that I didn't need. So these are drag racing shocks. I guess we're going to see what's in the other box. I'm getting worried. What else was in that shopping cart? There's a big box here. More sailboat fuel. A whole disc brake set for a car, I don't know. I guess I'll be doing a return to Summit. Random. Anyway, that's what's in the box. Apparently some stuff I didn't need and some stuff I really needed. Yeah, that's what you get for not checking your shopping cart before you order stuff. Oh well. Hey, till next time. Well, that was fun, right? So now that we know that I botched that a little bit, and I now know to double check shopping carts before paying for stuff. I don't know how I did that. Whatever. Either way, this will be resolved. The shocks in that video that I did find, interestingly enough, were for my Torino, but look like they'll fit on the Maverick. And if so, that'll help us in the endeavors to get the back end up in the air to look more like one of those 70s street machines. Because ideally the shock kind of depicts the overall extension of your suspension. That shock for the Torino is just 3 inches longer, and it has 3 inches more travel, so it works out to be perfectly fine. As long as we can get the back end up in the air and put big tires under it, we're happy. So that's cool. The brake system ended up being for my 98 Honda Civic, which I bought somewhere else cheaper, unfortunately, and forgot to take it out of the shopping cart. We'll figure out how to return that in the least amount of expense. From there, we might as well talk about some car stuff. We went to a car show in Buffalo, New York at the convention center over the weekend, and it was called the Buffalo Motorama. I'm going to just show you some quick footage of It's moving a lot slower than I hoped. More information on each individual thing or more pictures, feel free to hit up our Facebook page at Wrench Fetish New York something. Look it up on YouTube, join it, follow it. I'll have some posts of pictures and maybe some talk about some stuff that we saw. Other than that, we pretty much have a little bit of tinkering done on the Maverick. We did finished up the brake lines. I would play what's in the box, but it's not in the box. It's just in my hand. So I went to my local parts store and picked up some rear wheel bearings. I've had this argument and rant so many times, I'm not even going to bring it up. But it's getting harder and harder to find stuff to fit old cars. Unless you want to drive to a hub store, which I had to do, but they claim this bearing will fit that rear end over there, so we're going to give that a shot here in a minute. Number two, when I bought the disc brake kit, it came with these hoses. They didn't fit. They were the wrong size thread. It was like a 3/8 versus a 7/16. GM versus Ford probably is what it boiled down to. But I went to the parts store, hub store, on another occasion, and I bought these brake lines for a Ford Maverick because they did not use a banjo bolt, so I thought they would fit better. Didn't work. Threads were right into the brake lines, but the thread in the caliper was totally wrong. So, another trip, I found this. It's just a little adapter to go from one fitting to another. So, we're gonna give it a shot in a minute. We're gonna see if they are in fact interchangeable. If it's a case, I was able to pick this up at my local hub store for pretty cheap. Wasn't much, and this was like $5 or $6. So if it works, awesome. Doesn't work, we're probably gonna have to cut the brake lines, referrule them, and put new fittings on. I don't want to do it, but I will. I have the tooling. Let's see if it works. By the picture over here, right there, you can tell that that worked out just fine. So now I gotta try to find another one of those fittings so I can put it on the other side, and the front brakes are done. But because I'm in the garage now, we're gonna start working on this rear axle. So we've got one of these, and we've got one of these, and I got one of those. That's the old bearing that came off of there. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have a press, I'm going to use the old bearing to beat this thing on there, because I don't want to put heat on it, because it's a bearing, it's got seals and grease, and you don't want to beat on the outside of the bearing, this part, because all you'll do is destroy it. So if you can hit the inside of it, where it's coming in contact with whatever you're trying to press it onto, your odds are better for not messing anything up. So I'm gonna see if I can come up with a couple layers of something, and maybe a pipe of some sort, and some grease. We're gonna see if we can get this puppy to slide on, and then we can start beating the backing flanges back in and get the rear axle back together. So yeah, let's see where we get. Well, that worked pretty good. We're all back together. And it fit, it was cheap, and they had it at my local hub store. So, axles are back together, bearings are in. I just gotta make a decision on whether or not we're gonna put some big burly gears in this thing, or if I just want to put it together so we can drive it, because we're kind of running out of time. So, well, even though that was fascinating, that is it for this week. Next week, hopefully, we will be finishing up that rear diff and the other side of the car for brakes. Maybe try to plumb some brake lines. And that might be it for that week. It's really hard. This time of year, it's been really cold in New York, and it gets cold out in that barn. So I'm not holding my breath on getting a ton done this week until it warms up a little bit more. But until next time, get your butts out in the garage. Go get dirty. You ready? Here's another one. Oh, go get dirty. Fondle your wrenches and have a great, great week of tinkering. Until next time, J-Side from the Wrench Fetish.